You might have seen this recipe video for Korean street toast by Food Wishes, which has been trending on YouTube. We certainly did, and decided it looked too good not to try, so here's how we made it. We started by cutting our veggies super thinly like Chef John. Cut a 2 to 3 inch piece from the thickest end of the carrot, then cut off a thin slice from the side to make a flat edge. Turn the carrot onto the flat side and make long, thin slices. Once you have your slices, gather them up into a pile and slice them lengthwise again. Try to make the slices as thin as possible, but really be careful not to cut your hand. You can now put these to the side while you prep the other ingredients. Next, the cabbage. We, like Chef John, used a 1/4 head of green cabbage. Slice on a slight angle to get these beautifully thin shreds of cabbage, then set aside. Lastly, you need to chop a couple green onions on an angle again, as thinly as possible. Thin is the name of the game here since you're only going to be cooking them for a couple minutes. Once the veggies are prepped, you can now add them to a medium-sized bowl, then season with black pepper, a little cayenne, and a few pinches of salt. Give this a little mix with your hand and you'll notice that the vegetables soften slightly, which is a good thing. Add 2 eggs to the mixture and whisk it all together with a fork. Now you're ready to start cooking. Add 2 tablespoons of butter to a pan over medium-high heat. Once it's melted and coated the pan, lay in 2 thick slices of white bread. You'll need to move the bread around the pan pretty often to make sure it browns evenly on both sides. When you've got a nice golden toast on both sides, remove the bread and add another tablespoon of butter to the pan. Once that's melted, pour in the egg and vegetable mix. Now use the end of your cooking utensil to kind of chop down on the veggies and flatten it out so it will cook evenly. Once the egg has cooked enough to keep its shape, try to form it into a rectangle that is about twice as long as it is wide. When you're happy with your shape, cut it in half with the end of your spatula. This is going to make the eggs much easier to flip and also form pieces that will fit on your toasted bread. After you flip, the eggs only need to cook for a few more minutes until they are golden brown. Then you can stack the 2 pieces and set them aside. Now in the same pan, add 2 slices of ham and fry until they are browned slightly. Flip them over and add a slice of American cheese, or you can use your favorite mild cheese. Continue cooking until the cheese has melted, then it's time to start assembling your sandwich. Start by topping the buttery toast with your cooked egg. Now comes the slightly weird bit. Sprinkle some sugar on top of the egg. You can use as much or as little as you like, but you should definitely add some, and don't knock it till you try it. Now add the ham and cheese on top of that, then generously squeeze mayonnaise and ketchup over top. Apparently it's important that you use a squirt bottle instead of spreading it with a knife. I'm not sure why, but it certainly looks pretty cool. Now you can close your sandwich and slice on a diagonal to get that amazing cross section. You should definitely give this a try. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more delicious recipes.